Hey, what's up, everybody? 413 Sportstalk 475, January 6, 2023. Good to see you all. Today we continue with my list of top 20 NCAA freshman quarterback seasons. Finish off with the top 10 passers, and the number one who might be new to some of you. I'm pretty sure I get the general opinion on who had the best freshman season all time, but my number one, I think, really sets the tone as far as this is concerned. Western Mass Sports and all the scores from the sports you love with our 475th episode, and it's going to begin right now. Top 10 freshman seasons. Number 10, Terrell Pryor, 2008, Ohio State. Pryor started only 9 games, but would win 8 of those contests. He was a Big Ten Freshman of the Year, throwing for 1,311 yards, rushed for 631, and he was responsible for 18 total touchdowns. As you know, he stayed on Ohio State one more year, went in the NFL draft, wasn't picked, had a weird career in this event, was eventually out of the NFL. He was really talented. It's a shame that he didn't have the career that everybody thought he was going to have, if you get what I'm saying. Number 9, Robert Griffin III, 2008, from Baylor. RG3's freshman campaign wasn't a team success for the Bears as they finished 4-8, but he came on the scene in a big way. Threw for nearly 2,100 yards, 15 tuds with only 3 picks. He also rushed for 843 and 13 on the ground and was named Big 12 Freshman of the Year. Went on to be drafted by the Washington Redskins, now known as the Washington Commanders. Injury issues kept him from being great, but he was well on the way. Number 8, Kellen Moore, 2008, from Boise State. I was just talking to Coach Bird about his offensive coordinator. As a redshirt freshman, Moore led Boise State in an undefeated regular season before losing to TCU in the Poinsettia Bowl. Wow. For the season, though, he threw 3,486 yards and 25 touchdowns, held a 157.1 passer rating, and would finish his career with 50 wins and 3 losses. But went to the NFL and did what, folks? Number 7, Matt Barkley, 2008, out of USC. In Barkley's second career start, he led the Trojans on a game-winning 86-yard drive to beat number 8 Ohio State in Columbus. That was just the beginning to a nice start to his career, as he would pass for 2,735, 15 touchdowns, and ran in 2 more, leading USC on a 9-win season. Wow. That's throwback. There's another guy who I thought would went to the NFL and really had an impact, but didn't at all. Number 6, Landry Jones, 2009 at Oklahoma. You remember that name? Jones is expected to sit his freshman season behind Heisman Trophy winner Sam Bradford. However, Sammy B was injured in the first game of the season. Jones took over. All he did was toss 26 touchdowns under 3,200 yards. He would go on to be the 3rd leading passer in FBS history, as he said goodbye and graduated at Oklahoma University. Number 5, Corey Robinson is a name you don't know, 2010, out of Troy. Probably the least known name on this list, not to me though. Robinson had a big freshman year for the Troy Trojans in 2010. He threw for 505 passes, completing 64% of them, 3,726 yards, 28 touchdowns, NFL numbers at that time. And in the New Orleans Bowl, he threw for another 387 and 4 tuds against the Ohio Bobcats. Didn't really pan out, or was drafted, had an Arena League stint, I believe, but nothing else really to write home about. Number 4, Jeffrey Godfrey, 2010, from UCF, another one you might not know. Godfrey actually split time at quarterback until Rob Calabrese tore the fuck out of his ACL. Mid-season, took the job full-time, went 6-1 for the rest of the year, got UCF into the rankings for the first time in program history. He ended the season throwing for 2,159, 13, and added 566 and 10 tuds on the ground. He would eventually transition to a wide receiver before he ended his Knights career. Number 3, Tyler Bray, 2010, out of Tennessee. This was a guy who was a one-year wonder as well. Bray started only 5 games for the Volunteers, but he got a lot out of his playing time, which is why I had him here. Took over a 2-6 team and guided the Vols to a 4-1 finish. The lone loss was to North Carolina in the Music City Bowl, by the way. Finishing with 1,849, 18 tuds in his appearances, setting school records as a freshman. He had a better freshman year than Peyton Manning, and he was number 16 on our list, I believe. Number 2, here's where it is, Johnny Manziel, 2012, out of Texas A&M. Manziel redshirted his first season at Texas A&M due to Ryan Tannehill's entrenched as a starter. However, Manziel still had to learn a whole new system when Kevin Sumlin became the head coach. Nevertheless, Johnny Football had a magical freshman season, throwing for over 3,700 yards, 26 scores, and rushing for a freshman record 1,410 yards and 21 touchdowns. No bullshit. He became the first freshman to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's not the number 1 guy on this list. The number 1 guy on this list is Jameis Winston, 2013, out of Florida State University. Go Seminoles. Winston redshirted his first season as he sat behind E.J. Manuel, who went to the NFL and did nothing. Winston used that time to get in tune with Jimbo Fisher's offense and had one of the best freshman seasons imaginable, in my opinion. Probably the number 1, and this is why I have him here. He set freshman passing records with 4,057 and touchdowns with 40 and scored 4 on the ground. What made it all more epic was the Seminoles going 14-0 in the year that they won the national championship. And Jameis Winston was taken in the first round of the NFL draft after that. So yeah, there it is. There's the top 10 for you. A couple names you guys might not know, but Jameis Winston had the best freshman season, at least in my eyes. Western Mass Sports, girls high school basketball. Westfield Tech over Pioneer Valley Chinese Immersion Charter School, 36-31. Pathfinder over Smith Folk, 40-27. Hampton Charter East, 75. Hampton Charter West, 27. Wacona 63, Hampshire 35. On to the boys' side of basketball. Libertas Academy 58, Camden Charter West 57. St. Mary's 59, Pioneer Valley Chinese Immersion Charter School 26. Central 59, NoHo 53. Holyoke 72, Putnam 69, close one. Zaconic 62, West Springfield 40. Pope Francis 69, Westfield 45, Minnetrog 66, Agawam 64, Springfield National Charter 77, Chicopee 56. Great game, Bulldogs. Long Meadow 70, Commerce 43, Amherst 59, East Long Meadow 22, Monument Mountain 60, East Hampton 43. Amherst 59, East Long Meadow 22. Monument Mountain 60, East Hampton 43. Southwick 67, Munson 54. Lennox 56, and Mayhar 47. Lee 59, Turner's Falls 49. Granby 58, Renaissance 38. Hoosick Valley 78, Palmer 56. Smith Academy 74, Franklin Tech 68. Pioneer Valley 54, Greenfield 45. Westfield Tech 45, Hampton Charter West 34. Frontier 70, Athol 58, and Hopkins 74, Drury 50. And that concludes episode 475 of 413 Sports Talk, January 6, 2023. I'm Raheem Escalay. Hope you had a great day, great week. We have episode 476 coming. That will have power rankings, new and updated in it. Shout out to all of the student athletes, the coaches, the schools you represent. Thank you for giving guys like us a reason to talk about sports. So enjoy your days, and we'll see you tomorrow.